Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be a level 3 class with weights. So it's a little bit yoga, a little bit Pilates, a little bit Taz. If you've been here before, you know what that means. Level 3 mostly because I don't give a ton of instructions and we just kind of move through a lot of upper body stuff in this, a lot of wrist work, so chaturangas, push-ups, side planks, all the things. So if you know that wrists are an issue for you, make modifications where you need, put your hands on the weights, fists, elbows, whatever you do. I don't offer a lot of modifications in this class, but I'm trusting that if you're taking a more advanced class that you are aware enough of your body to make the modifications that you need. So just because I don't give them doesn't mean that you shouldn't take them. You listen to your body. We also just kind of go in this class, so please pause and take breaks whenever you need to. I am just using one set of weights today. These are my 5 kilos. You could definitely go heavier for some of the leg stuff. Or of course, if you needed to go lighter, please feel free to do that. It's just easier for me just to have one set of weights today. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and share and subscribe and tell a friend. It helps get this out to more people, which helps my channel grow. And I want to give a shout out to my wonderful husband who does all the behind the scenes work for this channel. He does all my editing and stuff, and he is the one that keeps encouraging me to post these videos because I was about ready to give up. So thank you, Dan, for doing that for me. And so if you do appreciate these videos, it does mean a lot to me if you like and comment and all of the things. You know what to do. We are going to get started today standing at the back of our mat, so we get into it pretty quick. So if you need a warm up, go ahead and do that, and then when you're ready, I will meet you at the back of your mat, weights to the top of the mat on either side. Start at the back of your mat. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands all the way out into a high plank. You're going to give me one chaturanga. Bring it back up to plank. Keeping straight-ish legs, you're going to walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Generous bend in the knees as you ragdoll yourself all the way to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, swan dive forward. Walk yourself all the way out into your plank. This time you're going to give me 2 chaturangas. Walk yourself all the way back. Bend in the knees as you ragdoll yourself all the way to standing. We're going up to 5, so we'll increase our chaturangas each time. This will be number 3. You can take it at your own pace. Last one. This time from your plank, you'll shift back into your downward facing dog. On your inhale, you'll sweep your right leg high. On your exhale, you'll step it to the outside of your right hand. Option to grab the weight to the right side of your mat. As you inhale, sweep that right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, thread it under. See if you can tap your left knee or thigh. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread it under. We got 3 more. As you inhale, open the right arm to the sky. Turn to the outside edges of the feet. As you exhale, drop the hips as you bring the right elbow in towards the right hip, so it's like a version of horizon pose. As you inhale, reach the right arm up and overhead as you lift the hips, still on the outside edges of the feet. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. We're going for 3 more. Inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky, set the weight down, come back through center. You're going to give me 5 chaturanga push-ups. You can drop your knees if you need to. And then shift it all the way back into your downward facing dog. On your inhale, sweep your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step it through to the outside of the left hand. Option to grab the weight in the left hand. As you inhale, sweep the left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, thread it under, tap somewhere along that right leg. 4 more. Inhale that left arm up towards the sky. Outside edges of both feet turn to the left. As you exhale, drop the hips, draw the left elbow in towards the left hip. As you inhale, reach the arm overhead, bump the hips up to the sky. Exhale, drop it down, horizon pose. Inhale, arch your body like a rainbow. 3 more. Inhale, reach it forward, take that weight down to the floor. You've got 5 more chaturangas. And then we'll send it up and back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat. Roll yourself up into standing. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, roll it down. We're going to take those walking push-ups again, but this time we're going to go wide. So walk yourself out into your plank pose. Take your hands about as wide as the mat or a little bit wider. I like to turn my fingers in slightly. You're going to give me 1 push-up. See if you can tap your chest. Exhale it to the top. Walk it all the way back to the back of your mat. Then through the knees, roll all the way up to standing. We're going up to 5. So inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Walk yourself out. This time you'll give me 2 push-ups. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. And then walk yourself back towards your feet. You're going to do 3 more. This will be our last round. From here, come into a plank pose. Bend your knees, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We'll take some sun salutations. Inhale, roll all the way to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float. Make your way through your vinyasa, whatever that looks like for you. From your downward dog, you'll hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Make your way to the top of the mat. We've got 3 more rounds. Go through at your own pace. As always, feel free to add any inversions or arm balances that you want. The next time you're at the top of your mat, you'll inhale into your chair pose and then exhale, fold. Surya B, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Step your right leg forward, inhale, crescent lunge or warrior one, your choice. As you exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel flow through your vinyasa. Left leg steps. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. Make your way to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps. Inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Flow through, exhale. Left leg steps, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Vinyasa, exhale. Make your way to the top, one more round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. Right leg steps, come up, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Flow, side angle, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Cartwheel flow through, vinyasa. Left leg steps, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Side angle, exhale. Reverse, inhale. Flow through, exhale. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. We're going to take a couple of those elements and add our weights into it. So grab your set of weights, come into your chair pose, weights to the shoulders, take it inhale. As you exhale, you're going to keep your chair but press your weights overhead. Inhale to them to the shoulders. As you exhale, you're going to shoot those those arms back behind you like a little tricep kick back. Inhale to the shoulders, exhale overhead. Inhale to the shoulders, exhale, arms kick back. Inhale, shoulders, exhale, press. Inhale, shoulders, exhale, kick back. If you want to add on to this, as you come into that little kickback, you're going to lift the heels. We're going, after this one, for 8 more. One more. Bring those weights through shoulders. Inhale as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, excuse me, make your way back through a vinyasa and meet in a plank pose. So you should have a weight to each side of the mat. We're going to go left hand down first. So pick up the weight to the right side of your mat, swivel into a side plank. You can stagger or stack your feet. Take a big inhale, take a big exhale. As you inhale, you're going to tap that weight down towards the top left hand corner of your mat. So almost think about reaching beyond your left fingertips, and then as you exhale, you're going to reach it back up towards the sky without overshooting. As you inhale, it's a big twist towards the top left hand corner of your mat, and then exhale, reach it up towards the sky. If you want to, you can play around with angles when you're reaching it up towards the sky. So you could think about reaching it towards the top towards the top corner of your room where the ceiling meets the wall. Whew. Let's play around with different angles. We've got 6 more here. You're going to reach that weight up towards the sky. Plant your right foot and then set your left knee down underneath your left hip. So now we're in a kind of a supported gate pose. Take an inhale. As you exhale, your right arm pulls you up towards the sky. And then as you inhale, you're going to side bend over. You want to make this harder. You bring your hand behind your head, your left hand behind your head. Exhale it up. Inhale, side bend over. So almost imagine that you have a big ball to the left hand side of your body and you're curving up and over it, trying to get your elbow down to the floor on the opposite side of the ball. We've got 6 more here. On your next way down, plant your left hand. We're stepping back into that side plank pose. Stagger your left foot in front of your right. Inhale, reach that weight up and overhead. As you exhale, you're going to crunch the bottom knee to that top elbow. Inhale, reach it long, maybe the left leg floats. Exhale, crunch it in, tap knee to elbow. You've got 8 more. Listen carefully, keep your left leg floating. We're coming through a plank. Set that weight down. Plant the right hand. Left foot is going to step over like you're coming into a wild thing. Pick up the weight with your left hand as you go. So now we're kind of in a single arm reverse tabletop. As you inhale, dip your hips to the floor, pull the weight in towards your body. As you exhale, press up. We're coming back to that side plank. So weight comes down to the floor. Left leg is going to sweep underneath, pick up the weight with the right leg, with the right hand, kick the left leg through. So now we're in a break dancer, and then we go back. So the weight comes to the floor. Right hand plants, left leg up and over. We're in our reverse tabletop. Dip the hips to the floor. Press the hips and the weight up. Weight comes to the floor. Left leg comes around and under as the left hand plants. Right hand reaches to the sky. I hope that you get where I'm going with this. We're kind of going between this reverse tabletop press and a fallen triangle. We're going to go for 5 more. Bring it back through center. You're in your high plank pose. Weight to either side of your mat or one weight underneath both hands, whatever's most comfortable. We're going to come into chaturanga windmills. So you're going to give me 1 chaturanga. Weight in the right hand reaches up towards the sky in your side plank. Bring it back through center. 1 chaturanga to the left. Weight in the left hand reaches up towards the sky. Set it down. We're going for 10 in total. Two more. Even yourself out, and when you're ready, we're coming onto that right hand side. So if you need a break, take it. Otherwise, right hand plants, feet stacked or staggered. Weight is now in the left hand. As you inhale, you reach that weight towards the top right hand corner of your mat, and then exhale, reach it up towards the sky, or again on that diagonal towards the corner of the room. Inhale, top of the mat. Exhale, corner of the room. You've got 8 more. Reach the left hand up towards the sky. Right knee comes under the hip, so you're in that gate pose sort of position. Take an inhale. As you exhale, someone pulls your left hand up towards the sky. Harder. Right hand comes behind the head, elbow is long. Wide, rather. As you inhale, you're side bending over that ball. left arm stays to the sky, and then as you exhale, your top obliques pull you back up. Inhale, side bend over the ball, maybe the elbow can tap the floor, and then exhale, pull yourself back up. You've got 8 more. One more. Right hand finds the floor again. This time you're staggering your right foot in front of your left. Inhale, reach the left arm overhead. As you exhale, crunch bottom knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, reach it long. 8 more. One more. From here, the weight comes down to the floor. That right leg is coming up and over like you're coming into Wild Thing. Pick up that weight. Elbow draws down towards the hip as you drop the hips. As you exhale, press it up towards the sky. The weight comes back down towards the floor as you swivel into that side plank, fallen star situation. Pick up the weight, shoot the leg through, lift the weight to the sky. Weight comes back to the floor. Right leg comes up and over. Drop the hips. Press the weight and the hips up to the sky. Weight finds the floor. Shoot it through as you pick up that weight. We're going for 8 more. You can speed it up if you want to. Last one. Beautiful. Come back into your plank pose. The best news ever is that we're going to do those chaturanga windmills again. So chaturanga, left hand picks up the weight, side plank, center, chaturanga, right hand picks up the weight, side plank. You've just got 8 more. Last one. Look to the top of your mat, step, walk or float. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. You're going to pick up your weights and we're going to come to a little chair lunge series. So, weights are in your hands. As you inhale, you're going to come into your squat. So, feet are about hips distance apart or wider. I'll let you decide. Inhale here. Take an exhale. Stay low. As you inhale, you're going to drop your weights to frame your left foot as you step the right leg back into a lunge. And then inhale, step it forward. We're going to stay on the same leg. Step back into your lunge as you inhale. And then exhale into your squat. Weights come to the shoulders. We're going to add to this. But first, we're going to do 7 more here. Staying nice and low in that leg. Inhale back, weights drop. Exhale forward, weights to shoulders. We've got 5 more. The bottom part stays the same. Inhale into your lunge. This time as you exhale, knee drive, weights to shoulders, right knee to chest. Take an inhale here, palms face forward. As you exhale, you're going to give me 1 shoulder press and then drop it straight back down into your lunge as you inhale. Exhale, weights come to the shoulders as you knee drive. Inhale here. Exhale, 1 press and then inhale it straight back down. Exhale, knee drive as the weights come up. Inhale, exhale to press. Inhale all the way back into your lunge. You got 6 more. No, you don't. You've got 7 more. After this, you've got 6 more. After what is surely some very bad counting on my behalf, it's going to be our last one. We're going to hold it in that knee drive. Bring your arms wide into a cactus. Exhale, press right. Inhale back into that cactus. Exhale, press left. Inhale into the cactus. You've got 9 more on each side. Keep driving that knee into the chest. Bring those weights back to the shoulders. We're dropping back down into that lunge. You're going to give me a double pulse, and then you're going to tap the right foot next to the left. Double pulse, tap the right foot next to the left. You can give me 2 more like this. We're going to turn that knee tap into a warrior 3. So give me a double pulse. Hinge forward into a warrior 3. Give me a row here as you exhale. Drop it back, double pulse. Hinge it forward, warrior 3. Give me a row. Woo, falling. We're going to do 8 more. Last one. Step back into your lunge, put those weights down, step back into a plank. To make your life harder, you're gonna glue your legs together. If you need to make this easier, take your feet wide. We're gonna go for some shoulder taps here. So take an inhale. As you exhale, right weight taps the left shoulder. Try keep your hips still. Inhale it down. Exhale, left weight taps right shoulder. Inhale it down. 9 more each side. Give me one chaturanga, back to plank, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We're coming into our chair pose with the weights at the shoulders. We get to do the other side. So as you inhale, weights drop down to frame the right foot as you step back into that 90-90 lunge. Your chest hinges forward. And then exhale into your squat, weights to shoulders. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, squat. 8 more. On the next one, we add that knee drive. So inhale, lunge. As you exhale, knee drive, weights to the shoulders. Flip the palms as you inhale. Exhale, give me one wide press. And then inhale, drop it straight back down into the lunge. Foot. Weights, frame the foot. Exhale it up. Sorry, there's lots of dogs barking and there's lots of noise. It's hard for me to concentrate. Press. Back into your lunge. You got 8 more. It's all right. It's the second side. You know what you're doing. Last one, we'll hold at the top. Bring those arms wide, hold your cactus. Exhale left, inhale down. Exhale right, inhale down. 9 more each side. Bring those arms down, frame that front foot. We've got a double pulse, and then tap that left foot lightly next to the right. Come down, double pulse, and then tap it up. 2 more like this before we add that hinge. Give me that double pulse. Hinge forward, 1 row, take it down, double pulse. Hinge, row, double pulse. You got 8 more. Last one. Bring it down to the floor, step back into your high plank. Okay, this time you could either stick with your shoulder taps or we're gonna take a forward reach. So, same principles, feet wider will make this easier. Take an inhale. As you exhale, either shoulder tap right hand to left shoulder or reach that right arm right out in front of you. And then inhale, set it down. Exhale, reach the left. Inhale, set it down. You can either go palms facing down or palms facing each other, whatever feels the most comfortable for your shoulders. We've got 8 more on each side. One more each side. Bring it down, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. From here, you're gonna have your weights nice and close by. You're gonna send yourself back into your downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step it in between your hands. Pick up the weight that is to the left-hand side of your mat. And start by coming up into crescent and then opening up into a warrior 2. Press that weight up and overhead. As you come down into your side angle pose, your left arm is going to stay up towards the sky. So as you inhale, start to come down into your side angle pose. Maybe that right hand can tap the floor. As you exhale, just like we did in that gate pose, your left arm pulls you back up to the sky. Use your obliques. Inhale, bring it all the way down. Exhale, bring it all the way up. We've got 8 more. From here, sorry, I should have set this up better. You're gonna grab your other weight. You're gonna pivot open into a sumo. So pause if you need to grab your other weight. You've opened up into a sumo. Your palms face towards the front of your space. As you inhale, you're gonna come down into your goddess squat. As you exhale, arms come wide up and around like you're making a snow angel. And then as you inhale, bring it back down. Exhale, arms circle up and around, tap overhead like you're drawing a snow angel. And then inhale back down into your sumo. You got 8 more. come down into your sumo. I'm going to turn my toes so that they're more at a 45-degree angle. As you inhale, you're going to bend into your right knee like you're coming into a side lunge or a skandasana, straighten out through the left. As you exhale, press through center into your star, raise those weights up in front of you. As you inhale, weights come to tap to the left side of the mat, the inside of the left foot, side lunge. As you exhale, arms raised straight in front of you, just to shoulder height, as you transition to the other side. So we inhale, tap to the inside of the right foot. Exhale, stand and reach. Inhale, tap to the inside of the left foot, side lunge. Exhale, stand and reach. We're gonna do 8 more to each side. Turn to face the front of your mat, pop your weights down. We're coming to the other side. So maybe have both of your weights over to the right hand side so they're easy to grab. And then take your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. As you inhale, sweep your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step it through. Pick up the weight in your right hand and come up into your crescent first. And then transition open to your warrior two. Press that right arm up towards the sky. As you inhale, come down into your side angle. As you exhale, right hand pulls you up. Use your obliques. Inhale down into your side angle. Exhale, pull yourself up. 8 more here. Come down, pick up your left weight or your other weight, pivot open into your sumo. We're doing the same thing that we did on the other side. So palms face the front of the room. As you inhale, nice and low into your sumo. This time you're going to give me a double pulse, and then exhale, come into your snow angel. Inhale, double pulse at the bottom. Exhale into your snow angel. You've got 8 more here. If you want to get really fancy, you can raise onto your toes at the top as you do that snow angel. Last one. We're coming back into those side lunges, so turn your heels in a little bit if you need to. As you inhale, you're going to come to the right, so weights tap to the inside of that right foot. As you exhale, this time palms will face down as you come through that front raise, and then inhale to the other side. If you did palms down the first time, then you'll do palms facing each other. Exhale through center as you front raise. Inhale, tap into your side lunge. Exhale, front raise. Inhale, side lunge. You've got 8 more each side. Once you're even on both sides, again, terrible counting on my behalf, you will pivot back to the front of your mat, make your way down through a vinyasa. From your downward facing dog, you're going to step, walk, float, make your way through onto your back. The end is in sight, fear not. Okie dokie. So, come all the way down onto your back. You're going to have one weight in your right hand. Weight up towards the sky will be a little bit easier. Weight starting behind your head will be a little bit harder. Float your legs up into tabletop. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to come into your chest lift. That weight reaches to the outside of your left knee. Try keep your hips even. And then inhale, bring it back down. Exhale. The further behind you that weight stays as you lift your chest, the harder it will be. Reach to the outside of the left knee. And then inhale, come back down. We're going to do 8 more here. Really twist. If you need to make this easier, bring your toes down to the floor. You're going to set your right foot down. You can rest your left arm down by your side. We're coming into a single leg bridge. So take an inhale, take an exhale, lift your hips up. As you inhale, right arm is going to reach overhead as you send your left leg long, keep your hips even. And then exhale, keep the legs straight as you pull everything back to center. Inhale, lengthen lower. Exhale, pull it back to center. If you want to add a little bit, as you inhale, your hips will lower to hover above the mat, and then exhale, drive the floor away as you come back to center. Inhale, everything lowers to hover, and then exhale, bring it back to center. You've got 8 more. Set the hips down, bring both legs to tabletop. We're going to switch the weight to the other side. Right hand comes behind the head. Weight reaching overhead to start will be harder. Take an inhale. As you exhale, chest lift and then twist to the outside of your right knee. Inhale, bring it back down. Got 9 more. Bring it back to center. Set your left foot down. Come into your single leg bridge. Inhale, lengthen arm and leg. Exhale, center. Inhale, send it away. Exhale, center. If you want to add the hips lower to hover, so arm, leg, hips hover. Exhale, really drive it back to center. Inhale, slow lower to hover. Exhale, drive it to center. You got 8 more. Final push here. Lower the hips, bring the legs back to tabletop. Weight is in the right hand. Left arm can be out by your side to stabilize. Easier, palm faces the back of the room towards your feet. As you inhale, your elbow comes wide into a chest press, and then exhale, press it up towards the sky. We're trying to keep our hips planted evenly on the floor. Inhale, bend the elbow. Exhale, press it up. If you want to make this harder, palm faces the midline. You come wide into a chest fly like you're giving someone a hug. I can't do it with this weight. And then exhale, bring it up. You could also tap your toes down onto the floor to give you a little bit more support. We're going for 8 more wherever you are. Reach that weight up to the sky. Take an inhale. Hand behind the head. As you exhale, you're going to come into your chest lift. Sweep that weight down to hover above the floor. And then inhale, lower it back down. Maybe the weight comes to the sky, maybe overhead. As you exhale, chest lift. And then the weight sweeps down with control. I have ants crawling all over me. Sweep it up. And then come back down. 8 more. Last bit of ab work on this side. Last one here. Bring it down. You're going to switch the weight to the other hand. Same options here. Right arm can come wide if you need to. As you inhale, option 1, chest press. Elbow comes wide. Plug your right hip down. And then exhale, press. Inhale it wide. Exhale to press. Option 2, that palm faces the midline and you come into your chest fly. Maybe your toes need to come down for this. I can't do it with my toes up. Wherever you are, you've got 8 more. Last one. Last bit of ab work here. Right hand comes behind the head. Left arm reaches. Take an inhale. As you exhale, chest curl and then sweep that left arm down by the side. Hover it above the floor. And then inhale, slowly lower down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. You got 8 more. One more. And then set it down. You can set that weight off to the side. You're all done with it. It's just gonna roll away. Fuck's sake. Okay. Extend your left leg long on the mat. Straighten your right leg up towards the sky. Grab somewhere behind your leg. And then just take a point and flex through the ankle. Stretching out those hamstrings. And then switch it out other side. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, send your left leg long, extend the right arm out to the side and come into a twist. If you want to, you can hook that outside of that left ankle on top of the right leg and give yourself a little bit of traction. And then come over to the other side. We're going to come into a figure 4, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, reach through, see if you can grab your left shin and gently pull your legs towards you. And then switch it out other side. From here, take a happy baby, reach for the outside edges of the feet. And then bring them back together. If there's any other positions, movements, or stretches that you feel like you need to make your practice complete, go ahead and take them. Otherwise, take up space on the floor. Take a really deep, big inhale through your nose. And then a really big exhale through your mouth. Let it go. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Mm-hmm.